Snack has played a huge part in my training camp. The protein, the ZMA, everything, the pre-workout, it's played such a major part in my training camp, keeping me healthy, keeping me recovered, keeping me feeling good, strong, and ready for my next workout.
Mentioned you were in a gang. Like, how did that happen? Because you would think, okay, you have a famous father, who's well known, and he's keeping you out of trouble, keeping you in the gym and all that. Like, how did that all happen?
Well, this was before I started boxing.
Yeah.
So this was from like 13, 14, if you can believe it. Yeah, to this day, there's a video of me on YouTube right now, street fighting in a car park when I was about 15. And I was doing that like every other week. And it didn't make any sense because, you know, I'd live the street life and then I'd go home to a multi-million-pound mansion. And then the next day I'd put on my tie and my suit and I'd go to private school. But then after that, I went back to the streets. I guess it was, I just had this fire in me, you know. I played all sports, soccer, rugby, cricket, swimming, track. I love track. I was just heavily into competing. You know, boxing, my father stopped me from boxing for a couple of years. He said he didn't think I'd be tough enough. He didn't know the stuff I was doing outside of school. He didn't think I'd be tough enough. And, you know, it got to the point where I was just constantly saying, listen, let me box, let me go to the gym, let me do this, let me try this. Eventually he gave in. And that's when I knew that I wanted to be a fighter because all these sports that I've been playing for years as a kid, once I started boxing, I cut all of it out. Everything just seemed boring to me. It was like this was the ultimate form of competition. And I knew that it was good for me as well because it was channeling all this energy that I had that I was using in negative ways outside of the gym, you know, beforehand, you know, getting into fights and stuff like that. After you've had a long day, a long 2-3 hours gym session, you know, sparring and getting your ass kicked in the gyms by guys who are, you know, more experienced than you, you don't want to go running around the street looking for more trouble. So I started to see my attitude change as a person. You know, I didn't want to go out and cause trouble anymore. I just wanted to sleep. I just wanted to get my energy up so that I could, you know, recoup and be re-energized for the next training session. That's what I started to fall in love with. So, yeah, it changed. It did change my life. It changed the path that I was going down. So, you know, I have a lot to thank for the sport of boxing.
That's crazy because I can't picture you as like being in a gang. Like you're a very calm person. Like you're very cool, like collected. Like I can't picture you like going up to somebody and saying like, hey, give me all your money, or like
No. I mean,
trying to steal a car or something.
there were guys that did that type of stuff, and I was like an enforcer. So
Okay.
I wasn't the guy robbing and selling drugs. There were people doing that, but I was the guy, like, if there was problems with other people outside of the gang, I was the guy that'd be like, yo, let's go. And then I'd go and help. You know, I didn't care about the gang. I just like to be able to go and fight.
Yeah.
It was just in me, you know. I just love fighting. And then obviously once I found the boxing, I was like, okay, I fell in love with it. But yeah, you know, you do stupid stuff as a kid. You know, everybody does. Obviously now I'm a grown man. Looking back at it, I'm like, what the hell was I doing? It's so stupid. Like, why? You know, obviously I could never do anything like that now. You know, you punch somebody in the street now, you get locked up, you get your license taken away from you. You know, you
go to jail for life.
Yeah, you go to jail for life. You lose your reputation, your respect. So that's not my mindset anymore. But back then, you know, I just wanted to fight, and this was the only way I could do it. My dad wouldn't let me box, so that was the only way I could fight, was to be in a gang and go out and look for it. You know, but yeah, you know, I grew up.
Did he ever flip out on you because of the gang stuff? Like when he found out, or he didn't find out till like way later?
No, he didn't really ever find out. The video that's on YouTube right now of me fighting in that car park, that ended up getting into the newspapers, and that's when he kind of find out. he found out that, you know, I was doing stuff outside of school. He wasn't, why that particular fight happened. The dude, he made a rap up about, he was like a local rapper or whatever. We actually used to be cool. And he made a song about me and my father for some unknown reason. I have no idea why. And, you know, I'm sitting down, my boy's like, yo, listen to this. And he plays this song, you know, and it's F you, you know, I can't even, I'm not even going to go into it, but it was rough. It was like a real diss track. And yeah, so, you know, I called him up. I was like, what the hell? You know, what's going on? I thought we was cool. He was like, nah, we're not cool. I was like, well, let's meet up. Let's meet up and talk about it, you know. This is what's up. He was like, yeah, okay, cool. Well, there's this car park. We'll meet there. You bring some of your friends. I'll bring some of my friends, and we'll have a talk. I was like, all right, cool. So we went down there the next day, and yeah, I mean, there wasn't much talking. You know, it was like, in fact, the guy, he actually pulled a knife out, because I kind of like walked up to him like I was gonna start fighting him, and he pulled a knife out and he said, I'm gonna cut your fucking throat. Get back. I'm gonna cut your throat. So I stepped back, and then he flipped the knife back and then he put it in his pocket, and then that's when someone started filming, and you see me circling him in the video because I didn't want him to go for the knife again. Yeah. So I was kind of waiting for that opportunity to just kind of bum rush him. And yeah, eventually I got in there and I got him, you know. Looking back at that, it was like so dumb. Like, you know, all it would have taken was one little stab, and then what? My life's done, or I can't fight again, or I'm paralyzed, or I, you know, get cut, my eye slashed, and I can't see anymore. It's crazy. But those are the risks you take as a youngster when you don't understand or you don't appreciate your future. And that was actually one of the reasons why I moved to Vegas. My father decided to take me out of that environment because he knew I was getting into trouble. So he's like, all right, you know, Vegas, a lot of great gyms out there. You have a lot of great trainers. You go to school there. You don't know anybody. You don't know any of these stupid kids you're running around with. So you can just focus on the boxing. Plus, you have the added, pressure here in England. You know, having the name Eubank in England meant and still means so much. So, you know, anytime I was walking into a gym out there, it was like, wow, shit, that's Chris Eubank Jr. He must be amazing. He must be and what people don't understand is, you know, just because you have a second name doesn't mean you can fight. Just because you can street fight, it doesn't mean you can fight in a boxing ring, which I found out very quickly. I thought I was going to go in there and just blow everyone away because because I'd never lost a fight in the street. But it's a completely different ball game, you know. You got to have stamina and smarts and technique.
Yo, you, yes, you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.